Rock 108. Hey, it's Ned hanging out here backstage today. Big show tonight. Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, and a little known band. Nah, I'm just kidding. These guys are pretty damn well known by the name of From Ashes to New. They are playing the show tonight. We've been jamming out Crazy Broken all over the airwaves. Been an absolute blast, and I've got singer Danny hanging out with me. How's
What's
it
up?
going?
That's good.
Good, man.
Having a lot of fun.
I'm going to take your Cheerios. Is that cool?
Yeah, I mean, we probably have so much that
Okay, cool.
we get a box like that every single day.
Every single day?
Every single day.
Dude, you eat the whole box in one day?
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we knock it out, but.
You get your whole grains and your oats, first ingredient, man.
And it's gluten-free.
And it's gluten-free. Why are we talking about Honey Nut Cheerios? I don't know. It just sounded funny. I saw them. So I got to mention, we talked to each other last time at Northern Invasion this past year.
Yes.
And you're still one of my favorite interviews from that weekend because it's not every day that I had an interview where the musicians actually danced away. And we were talking about crotches the whole time, too.
I don't remember that part, but
Okay,
that
cool.
sounds about right.
There's a picture of you.
It was me and Lance, right?
Yes, you and
Yeah.
Lance. And we were just like, at one point we took a picture of like pointing at each other's crotches. I don't know what was going on, man.
Oh,
It was
Lance does that. It was
Okay.
probably Lance.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. But it was a very memorable moment for me. So thank you so much. You guys performed in Grand Rapids, Michigan last night, my
Yes.
hometown, actually. How did the show go, and how's the tour been going so far?
It was good. It was good. The whole tour has been awesome. It's been getting better every single day, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Grand Rapids was great. I almost wore a Jordan jersey. And
Really?
then I really thought about it. I was like, wait, we're kind of close to Detroit.
Close,
And,
yeah.
you know, the whole Pistons, Bulls thing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to change. And then Ivan later on that night came out in a Pistons jersey. I was like, whew, dodge that bullet.
Close. Trust me, those Michigan fans can get pretty crazy about their sports. So I know, trust me. So you got these two huge singles going on, Crazy, Broken. It's been absolutely hitting airwaves like crazy. How's the record cycle been going?
Great. Can't complain. You know, we had no expectations going into it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just put out, you know, the best music that we could
Yeah.
and just waited to see what it would do. So
Yeah.
it's been awesome.
Absolutely. And you're pretty new to the band yourself.
Yeah, I've
You know?
only been a part of it for like a year and a half now.
Which is crazy. Now, what were you doing before From Ashes to New?
Nothing much.
Okay. Now,
I
if you
was-
weren't in From Ashes to New, what would you be doing?
I was in a band for almost 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
from the age of 16 to like 24, almost 25.
Dang, man.
So yeah,
So were you just kind of doing the same type of music or different types of music?
similar. I was a little bit more metalcore
Oh,
kind
cool.
of. So
Yeah, man.
screaming and singing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
No rap involved, but
Yeah.
like I grew up on that kind of music anyway. So
Yeah.
So this was an easy transition.
So how did you make the connection? How did you all of a sudden become the man of From Ashes to New?
Facebook and YouTube.
That's
Shout
how it
out.
starts, man. You know, I've been talking to all these guys, you know, like Phil Anselmo, like from Pantera, and all these aged rockers that have been around for years and years, you know. And it's so unique how people are found today through Instagram, social media, and stuff. And you're a shining example of that.
Yeah, it's a great thing. It is really awesome. I did an audition for something else. I wasn't really interested in winning. I just really liked the song, and it
Yeah.
was a song that had no vocals on it at all. The contest was to make your own melodies, your own lyrics, and perform it.
Yeah.
I was like, I really like this song, so I'm just gonna do it.
Mhm.
And so I put that out there, and didn't really ever look back at it. I didn't win the contest, or I would have, you know, been hit up by somebody.
Yeah.
But Matt was, you know, scouring the internet looking for people, and he talked to, I believe, whoever won that contest. They weren't interested, so he looked through the auditions from that contest and found me. He reached out to me on Facebook. I ignored him. And I didn't know who he was at first. I saw some message that was like, hey, man, I'd like to chat with you about music or something like that. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Just another guy.
Yeah.
Who cares? Whatever.
And then we had one single mutual friend, and he messaged her and told her to message me to tell me that he messaged me.
what?
So she reached out, and I was like, what?
What?
like, oops.
Holy crap.
Like, oh,
man.
yeah, I didn't see your message, man. It was in my other inbox.
That is a mind-blowing story because it's honestly the first I've ever heard of that kind. I mean, I'm sure it's happened plenty of times. I probably figured that out, but it's just goes to show how much the digital world and the music landscape has changed, not only in just like how sales are done and records are done and whatever, but how band members are being found.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I sometimes I look at like YouTube and I see like someone doing a vocal cover of whatever it may be, like that gentleman that does the 5-second songs and like different styles and whatever.
Right.
You never know. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know who's watching, and someone might be like, yeah, that's that next guy.
Right.
You
I
know?
believe that is how Sean Foyce of Breaking Benjamin was found as well.
Yeah.
So I think he had been drumming songs on YouTube, and he was putting them out there. And Ben was looking for a drummer, and so he messaged him and said, "Hey, learn these 3 songs and play them." And he already knew them, I guess, from his story. But yeah, and then he met up with Ben, and here we are.
It's a perfect time to not be shy.
You know what's wild is that my old band played a show with his old band.
Really?
Yeah. Back in it must have been like 2013 or 2014, and he was in a band with Greg Allman's daughter. They were called Picture Me Broken.
Kind of a royal name when it comes to the music world.
So we played a show with them. They headlined. They were a touring band, and we weren't yet.
Yeah.
And I watched his playing. I was like, this kid is a great drummer. And I've played drums for over a decade myself. And I was like, you remind me a lot of Chad's playing from Breaking Benjamin. I was like, you're a great drummer, dude. I love your playing. And then years later, I saw that he was announced as the drummer. I was like, that's wild. That's cool.
That's so mind-blowing. Just the internet and what it's done, like I've said, to the music industry is just wild and so cool to see. Thanksgiving obviously recently came to a close. Were you able to get an opportunity to celebrate?
Yes, I flew home at 5 a.m., got there at noon, met up with my girlfriend, went all over the city meeting everybody and saying hi to everybody, and then I flew back at 9 in the morning the next day.
Wow, that was like one day of flights.
I feel really bad because I couldn't get out to see my dad because I didn't have my car with me.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't really want to ask her to be driving all over the city, and we only had so much time, so I'm going to have to call up my dad and say sorry.
Sorry, I didn't make it to Thanksgiving. Hey, if it helps at all, man, I didn't go home for Thanksgiving either. So
oh, wow, okay.
It's all right, man. It's no worries. Now, what was your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Gotta be the cranberries, man.
Ah, the cranberries. Now, in a can or like the homemade stuff?
It was like the homemade, like mashed. And
yeah.
My mom makes this stuff where I don't know what she puts in it, but there's I can tell that there's oranges in it. It's a crazy mixture. So good.
The cranberry king. So delicious. Now, Christmas obviously just around the corner. I'm asking holiday questions because we're in that time of the year, you know?
Yeah.
It's starting to get festive. Even in the lobby, they were playing Christmas songs, and we were singing them before we were coming in. So do you celebrate Christmas in your household?
Yes.
You do. So what do you want for Christmas, my man?
Man, I need luggage because we're probably going to be flying a lot. Yeah. And I only have a big duffel bag, and that thing sucks. So I want luggage. Underwear and socks. Can never have too much of that.
Never have enough of that, man.
A drum set.
And a drum set.
I had to get rid of mine when I made the transition from my old band to this band because I didn't have any place to put them anymore.
Yeah.
So drum set. So Santa, if you're watching, hit me up.
Hit with the drum set. Now, kind of going back a little bit with the older band because you said you were in that band for 9 years.
Yeah.
Well, is that band still around or?
No. Sadly, it is not.
Okay. Any kind of EPs released or anything like that you guys did?
So technically, once I'd quit in April, and I came and joined From Ashes to New. I mean, it was already at a point where just really didn't feel like we were getting traction. We had been around for so long, and we weren't really seeing momentum. Both myself and my best friend were like $15,000 in debt.
Oof.
And
student loans, yeah, right.
Yeah, just for the band itself.
Yeah,
we were just paying for everything out of pocket.
Yeah.
And so when I got first hit up by Matt, I kind of let everybody know, like, hey, once it was more serious and they were actually interested, I was like, hey, this is a thing that could happen. I was like, so I want to let you guys know up front, so that's not just some, hey, see ya, because
later,
I've been friends with those guys for a decade.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
it's like a brotherhood.
It's
like a
family.
family.
A couple of them were a little upset at first, but then they were like, you got to do what you got to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And,
that's cool that they understood that.
So
that's cool.
We finished up in April, and I immediately went down and started working with From Ashes to New, and we put out our last album because we had been planning to put it out, so we didn't want to just not put it out after all that work we did. So we put it out there, and just let whoever listen to it.
Yeah.
And then I just moved on, and my drummer and my bass player went and joined another band who we were good friends with, and my guitarist went off and did his own thing too.
Cool. Awesome, man. Well, that's sweet the deal. Now, you guys are opening up the show, the tour. You got Bad Wolves on this tour. Not tonight, unfortunately. No Bad Wolves tonight. But you've also got Breaking Benjamin and Five Finger Death Punch. Brain fart there for a brief second.
So Bad Wolves is done on
Right.
this tour, and In Flames will be joining starting the next date.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're excited to have him on.
Now, I'm kind of curious, too. Now that you've been touring with all these different bands, different festivals, what is your dream tour or a band you would love to open for?
Like a lineup. If I could
Yeah.
have the whole lineup,
If you could do a lineup, yeah.
I would love to have Bruno Mars, Avenged Sevenfold, Paris and Periphery, and then us, and then this little band from Europe called Hubris.
It's a hell of a lineup.
Yes.
What an eclectic
specific.
lineup, as you could say. You know,
Yep.
There's just everywhere. But that's what's cool about music, man. You know, it's just all encompassing, and you could just throw in anything and just be like.
Bruno
yeah,
Mars
right.
is like the greatest performer of our days.
Oh,
right now.
dude,
he's
yeah,
incredible, and he plays so many instruments. And then Avenged Sevenfold, they're just freaking
Oh, they're a
legends at this
blast,
point.
dude.
You know,
Yeah, that
so
was amazing.
both of those bands, and I'm really into Paris and Periphery for their musicianship.
Yep.
And then that band Hubris is just this unknown band from Europe that makes incredible instrumental music.
Isn't it cool? Like sometimes when you go across seas, you find all these bands that you think no one knows. Like there's a band in Sweden named Amaranth that I love.
I've heard of them.
You know, and it's like 3 vocalists. There's a guttural, there's a clean, and then there's a female vocalist.
Yep.
I'm like, I wish this could blow up in America because this is awesome.
Yeah, they've got a ton of views on YouTube. Do
I
they not?
know,
Yeah.
man. I'm just like, I wish someone would find out about this band. So check out From Ashes to New, man. They are on tour right now. Amazing tour happening. In Flames jumping up on the tour here
Yes, sir.
very soon, along with Five Finger Death Punch and Breaking Benjamin. Check out From Ashes to New and their new album, and of course, spitting the crap out of their amazing 2 new tunes
Thank you.
that we're playing on the station too. So, Danny, man, thank you so much, dude.
Absolutely.
It's a pleasure seeing you, and maybe we'll see each other at the next festival, and we'll go dancing.
Hell yeah, man.
All right, I'm taking
sure.
your Honey Nut Cheerios. So, all right, it's Rock 108.